Now, if you're like most people, you probably assume that bone folders from the factory come ready to go and finished. Unfortunately, that level of hand finishing is rarely seen in a bone folder. So when you get it from the factory and when it's fresh, before you use it, especially if you want to press leather in around 3D objects or even burnish the edges of your leather, you need to prepare these surfaces that you're going to be using against the leather. So what I have here is some very fine grit sandpaper. This is 1200 grit, and underneath is some craft foam. This happens to be about 2 millimeters thick, nice and spongy, so that when you press it gives very slightly. That way we get more of a rounded effect. So starting with the very end, pressing it down, working the corners, rolling over to the other side, and going all the way around like so. Every so often stop and have a look in the light, see how that's going, finishing the tip, rocking it from side to side and pulling back. And you're going to go around all the areas of the bone folder that you want to get nice and polished, that you think you might be using on leather. Then to finish it off, if you want to get it super smooth, you can go higher grit, or another way of doing it is getting a little bit of toothpaste on a cloth and rubbing it backwards and forwards for a few minutes. Believe it or not, toothpaste will polish bone. So that's something to know if you want to get really, really polished, especially if you want to burnish edges with it. So that is how I finish a bone folder ready for use before I put it anywhere near my leather.